bumped into this curry house. It's
Yeah,
NZ Curry House.
NZ,
Is it New Zealand Curry House?
Oh, New Zealand.
What? Come on, man.
Name.
So we managed to come to some cool cafe restaurant which is just outside the Petronas Towers. It's called NZ Curry House. So if you are in Kuala Lumpur and you check out the Twin Towers, come across the road to NZ Curry House. I bought a big meal which cost me about $3 or $4 New Zealand, which was like fried rice, vegetables, bread, drinks. So pricing here is pretty good. Thank you, brother. See you next time. Thank you. Thank you, man. The feed was awesome. Come to New Zealand Curry House.
Okay.
So we've just finished having something to eat for lunch. We're now heading to the KL Tower, and I think we've got to take the red line bus there to go and check that out. But it's getting up to like 35 degrees and it's around lunchtime, so really feeling the heat, but we are adapting. So this is the KL Tower, huge thing, similar to the Sky Tower in Auckland, New Zealand. Unfortunately, can't go up the top there because we've got a couple of other things to go and do, but we made it here to this tower. So we're here at a place called the Pavilion, which is a shopping complex in the heart of KL. We've been to a couple of the towers, had some lunch. I do want to go and check out the Batu Caves, which is about 15 kilometers out from here, and then we're going to go and jump on our plane and head to Phuket in Thailand later on tonight. So we're just catching the monorail back to KL Central, and I'm gonna look at heading to the Batu Caves and checking them out before we head back to the airport. So just heading to the KTM train. What's up, chat? What's up, what's up? Hope you guys are well. We are heading to dinner. We're heading to dinner, chat. What's up? What's up, Rai? Can't see me? Ah. Let me have a look. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. How about now? You see us now? Should be able to. What about now? No. IRL_right says lawn modeling. Okay. I need to do a setting. I'm using Moblin. I have to leave it on this for now. We're gonna have to leave it on that for now. But I'm using Moblin. Tab. It's.
IRL_right says this on Moblin guide.
I'm just running the iPhone 17, seeing how the iPhone 17 Pro Max looks. Just seeing how the iPhone Pro Max looks on the stream. We're just going to head back to our restaurant we go to, chat. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are behaving. Welcome to the jungle, welcome to the jungle. How you doing, Rai? How's Singapore, bro? Singapore treating you well? Not too sure how this is gonna look on stream.
IRL_right says you're not in Singapore but India.
Oh, wow. Where are you? Malaysia? You streaming in Malaysia? Are you meeting up with Prowl? You gonna meet up with Prowl in Malaysia?
IRL_right says now in the sky guide.
This shy guy who met me up in Hanoi and we ate banh mi. Bro, just meet him up, man. Don't worry. All good, bro. All good.
IRL_right says nah, I'll be going back tomorrow anyway.
Oh, are you? Oh, shit. How long were you there for? Like a week or a few days? I didn't see your streaming notifications. Did you stream?
IRL_right says just 3 days.
Oh, it's 3 days. Bro, why so short? You need to spend 2 weeks there, bro. Taking the full journey.
IRL_right says yes, just before, just chatting.
Taking the full journey, bro.
As I always say, experience the journey, bro. Experience the
IRL
journey.
underscore life says not about
This
the
guy.
California.
This experience the journey guy. By the way, chat, we got a new mix up in the DJ Wiz Music channel. That new channel, if you haven't subbed to it, is here. Check it out. Check out that channel, DJ Wiz Music. Just uploaded a new 70s, 80s classic hit mix. It's about an hour and 20. That's playlist one. I'm going to do another playlist as well, probably in another. I'll try and do at least a mix every couple of weeks. I want to try and work it so I do at least a mix a week. And we get that YouTube channel bumping, you know, get that YouTube channel up there. Anyway, I'm heading to dinner, chat. We're just going to our favorite restaurant. I think it's going to be packed there tonight because it's Sunday, you know, like Sundays are usually quite busy. Family day as well, so I'm trying to get there early. I mean, it's just opened 10 minutes ago, so hopefully we can get there while it's still kind of filling up and get a good seat. It is very, very popular. Welcome to the streets of Hanoi City, chat. Upside down. Inside out.
IRL underscore life says be lurking while doing packing.
Be lurking while doing packing. Oh, nice, bro. You're heading back tomorrow, are you? Sweet, bro. Look good in the hoodie, my man. Upside down. Inside out. I always park my bike out here. They go, "Oh, don't park it out here. It'll get stolen." I go, "Nah, bro, I'll fucking lock it." I lock the steering, and then I chuck one of these bricks over here to stop it from rolling. And don't forget my helmet. Just a heads up, if you guys come to Vietnam and you hire a motorbike, there's a clip on the helmet here, and then that you can clip that over here under the seat, and then close it, lock the seat, so no one can take it. No one can take your helmet. That's how I lock it in.
Oh, looks like it's quiet. Oh no, my phone. Looks like it's quiet. That's why I got an old phone chat for my chat phone. All right, money. How much is it? I think it's still 100K, I think. Upside down. Seats are already taken, chat. Let me grab some food first. Mushrooms. Grab my mushrooms, chat. Grab some veggies. Got all my veggies. Quite a bit, eh, chat? Quite a bit. Bit of sticky rice. Come up here, it's packed. Already busy. I knew it would be. Just hoping internet will be good up here, chat. Let's see. Let me chuck you guys on a stick. We're getting a low bit rate. What up, chat? What up? Well, bit rate seems to be okay here. Let me just pull from our red team. Downstairs is busy. Everyone's taking the stairs down, the chairs downstairs, chat. Anyway, welcome. We're just eating our dinner. Dinners. Check that over there. Thank you, Divine, for this food. Let's eat. We just got tofu, veggies. I got a bit of sticky rice here. This is the sticky rice. iPhone 17 seems to be running cool. Nice. Next thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to run the drone into the stream. That's my next goal. Get the drone into the stream, it will be sweet. Eat. I forgot my sauces, chap. Veggies, sticky rice, tofu, mushrooms, beans. I need to go downstairs, hold up. I need to go downstairs and grab some sauce. Hold up, be back. Okay. Thank you. Chat. I got myself in some extras. We back, we back. Yeah. I just went to grab some extras. Scuffed audio. How's the audio now? Audio should be fine. Nah, it's because we were downstairs, bro. That's why. It's because we were downstairs. What's up, Jada? How you doing? It's because we were downstairs. I can see all my food, what I'm eating. I'm fine, but suffering. Oh yeah, I hear it's quite hot back there in New Zealand. That's why I'm not looking forward to coming back to New Zealand. Yeah, I heard it's like really bad. The weather's really bad in New Zealand, eh? It's like very bad heat wave. You know, it's like massive heat wave back in New Zealand. I reckon it's the weather, man. The weather's been manipulated. I reckon the weather's been manipulated. We're just running the stream on the iPhone stream chat, iPhone stream. Just giving it a bit of a run, seeing how the iPhone looks on stream. Seems to be okay, eh? Giving it a bit of a look. Checking out the vibes. Audio is still scuffed. Okay. What about this? How's that sound?
How's the audio now? Audio a bit better? Hey Raul, how's the audio? Hang on, let me have a look. Audio is fluttering. Give me a sec. Find out how much it is out there and what time it'll come back, because I need to be back at the airport at about. How's that? Maybe the battery? No, it's not the battery. Let me have a listen. Check it out myself. Is it better? No. Sweet as. It's just
The underscore Raul
it's
underscore
better.
the underscore lock underscore
Sweet.
sound and sound very different.
Sound
The
distant.
underscore Raul underscore
Sound distant. Hold up. Good that we're sorting this all out, because this is we're streaming with the iPhone, so I'm trying to knock out all the kinks in the iPhone. Can you hear me? How's that? It should be a bit better. Can you hear that? Chat. Chat, chat, chat. Is that a bit better? Should be a bit better. Yeah, we're just trying out the iPhone 17. Just getting used to the systems for iPhone. Official gambling. This guy following. Should be a bit better now.
The underscore Raul underscore the underscore lock underscore sound
What?
very loudly while speaking.
Can you scream loudly while speaking? Why? So, can you still hear me? Should be fine.
The underscore Raul underscore the underscore lock underscore sound
A lot of fried stuff here. They got fried sweet potato, kumara, salad, fried mushroom. This is fried falafel, bean. Here are all my veggies, mushrooms, and I had some sticky rice as well.
They had a bit of bread, a nice bread. Bread was dipped in some kind of garlic. Nah, it's falafel. Form of falafel, bro. What's up, YouTube family? What's up, Tik family? What's up, Twitch family? We're multi-streaming. Multi-streaming today. 3 platforms. I'm just in Hanoi, Vietnam, back at home base number 2. And just come out to dinner. Just trying the iPhone 17. I'm giving the Samsung 24 Ultra a bit of a rest from streaming. And giving this a bit of a go to see what it's like. A couple of changes I've got to do to the app, but that's all part of like tweaking your stream, you know. I like the front camera on the iPhone 17 because it's wide angle. The S24 Ultra doesn't have a wide angle front camera. So the iPhone 17 doesn't has a wide angle. Now this iPhone 17 Pro Max is better for streaming because it has a cooling chamber in it, so it'll prevent it from overheating. Now, I reckon the weather's being manipulated back in New Zealand. You know, usually if they trial out weather modification, New Zealand is kind of like the place that they'll try it out. Why? Because Antarctica is very close by to New Zealand. I think New Zealand's the closest country to Antarctica. Down in Antarctica, I was listening to some ex-military, and they were telling me they have down there these DEWs. I'm not going to tell you exactly what they are. You can find out. Just call them Dew technology. And they trial the technology, and apparently that's how the Christchurch earthquake came about, when they were trialing this DEW technology. I wouldn't be surprised they're doing the same for weather. That's why it's a bit iffy staying in New Zealand, you know. Go back to China for cooling purposes. No, I like China. China's good, man. Good living over there. Good lifestyle. You didn't catch our streams in the past 2 weeks, Jay. We were up in Harbin, which is like the ice city capital of China. Minus 31 was the lowest, the coldest I've ever experienced, minus 31. But you know what? We managed it. We streamed every day. We prepared. Yes, I got cold hands, cold feet, but we adjusted. I bought some heat packs. And yeah, we had a great exploration and a great time IRL streaming in that city. And I would recommend, if you are a streamer, to do that, because it'll build your confidence and it'll give you another perspective of the world. You know, China's not what people actually think from mainstream media, from what the mainstream feeds you. Don't listen to those lies. Those guys are lying. If you listen to them, oh, well, you're on your own. You're in NPC mode if you listen to mainstream media. I feel not alive. It was a joke, but no, Samsung's are good, bro. The S24 Ultra is a great phone. It just the S24 Ultra just doesn't have the front widescreen. This has a front widescreen. Front widescreen and back screen. It has the cooling chamber, which is what I like, and now running Moblin, I can incorporate more cameras if I need to, like the drone. So I'll look at trying to put the drone into the app I'm running on this, so we can get some drone footage this week somewhere. I just got to get used to that. Oh yeah, you always going to the doctor. What phones do you guys use, chat? Let me know what phone you guys use in the chat. What phone do you use and what operating system? Oh, by the way, I just uploaded a new mix to the DJ Wiz music channel, chat. It's a 70s, 80s classic hits mix. It's about an hour and 20. There's the link. Check it out. Download it. Have a listen. Play it at your parties, barbecues, whatever, cruising on the toilet, driving your car, making love, whatever. This guy. Should I solid state that question? That guy, he's got like 1 million phones and he wants to buy another one. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? He's got like 8 phones now. I mean, you know, at one stage I had 4 phones, but that was because I was transitioning from my old to the new. He basically has flipping 8 phones. How can you manage 8 phones? It's like managing eight wives. How can you manage 8 wives? They all demand energy, right? They can explode at any minute. Chat, we're all up here by ourselves. We've got the whole floor for us. You're using an Oppo 58 running on Android. Is it good? Oppo 58? Nah, I'm not becoming like that dude, bro. Nah, bro. Haven't eaten all day, chat. Been fasting. I usually do like an 18-hour fast. Did a 20-hour fast yesterday. 18-hour today. I've lost about 1.5 kg since I've been back. Even though I eat quite a, you may think I eat quite a lot here, chat. But I think my metabolism's working really well. As soon as I get home, you know, you go to the toilet. And throughout the next 12 to 18 hours, you go to toilet, do pees a lot, which means your metabolism's working. You know what I mean? And my energy levels stay up, which is good. But I eat quite healthy, you know, I eat like a lot of veggies and mushrooms, fruit. Some people like the carnivore diet, and that's cool. Whatever works for them works for them. I'm not dogging carnivore diet at all. You know, it does work for a lot of people, but not for me. You know, people like Henry, he takes does the carnivore diet, beef only. In fact, he gives me all his salads and all his carbs and shit when we go out. Now, I'm not dogging carnivore or meat-eating people, but I do notice in meat eaters' temperaments, the temperaments are more aggressive, I think, in a lot of meat eaters. And that could be associated, just hear me out, that could be associated, right, to, you know, like, when you kill an animal unwillingly, the meat seizes or it's in some kind of scared state and it's full of, what do they call it? There's a chemical that gets reacted. And then when you basically eat the meat, you get some of that. And I noticed in a few meat eaters, they're like very temperamental. And I know in a few like vegetarian, they're totally different.
totally different aspects. Hey, that's just my observations. You could be going, fuck off, you're full of shit, you don't know anything. That's cool. But I'm just saying, from my observations, you know what I mean? Yeah, thanks for that. Find a HP battery. You know, at one stage they used to actually have batteries in phones that you could take out and buy a new one if it fucked up. Now they don't do that anymore. Adrenaline, is it? Oh, yeah. I noticed they become very aggressive easily, very temperamental, very egoic is the word. That's it, the word egoic. Their egoic energy is more highlighted from my own observations. This is my own observations from them eating meat. That's what I feel. You can just say, you full of shit, you don't know. HP's old, man. Mind you, they've been around for a while, HP. Just take it easy. Yeah, so I'm happy that the phones come out well. The streams come out well, chat. Let me just double check. Only problem with this is like when you put the clamp on to the stick to the tripod, you got to avoid the buttons because the buttons. There's more buttons now on this iPhone 17. They've got like a camera button now on the side down the bottom, and it's usually for when you do a selfie. You can just push the button on the side. That's what it's mainly there for. You got to help Dad set up Windows 11 and find this HP battery at some point if you can. Oh, cool. Well, hope it works out for you, bro. How was church today, by the way, Jada? How's church? Did you go to church? Did you repent your sins? Did you repent your many sins? Food's nice. If you guys ever come to Hanoi, chat, I will personally bring you here and shout you, buy you dinner. My treat. My treat, chat. Getting full. Oh, it's okay? Well, that's cool. I just had a salad. They put the pomelo, which is the grapefruit, Asian grapefruit, in the salad. It's quite nice. Acts like a sweet marinade. You don't need to bring your cue. Just use one of the cues at the place. There's heaps of places here that play billiards.
We've got good places here. Heaps of billiard places, heaps of cyber cafe, gaming places, and also heaps of karaoke places here. Quite expensive, the karaoke, because they kind of like, you have to order a room and they have all the beers and lollies and everything laid out, but it's their costing beers, their costing lollies, and that you can't bring your own. I just find it better sometimes just to go to a bar, man, and sing karaoke. A free bar. Let me check the stream. Cool. Welcome in, chat. We're just trialing out the new, just trialing out the iPhone. We're just running the iPhone for stream today. I get that people check those computer batteries, but there tends to be a specific one with the HP one I need to look at. You can go to a lot of second-hand stores, computer stores. You know what I mean? Vietnamese girl, she's wearing a Star Wars hoodie. What the hell? Star Wars, Jet. That's got to be my favorite sci-fi of all time. Favorite sci-fi series. Star Wars. What else? Stargate. Stargate was cool. You should play Billiards Against Jade. Nah, she doesn't know. She doesn't know how to play. Nah, I think she's going through some issues. She's been a bit quiet lately. I messaged her today. She was a bit distant. I hope she's okay. Oh, nearly full, chat. I think I'll just go down and get some drink and fruit and stuff. I'm pretty much finished eating here at this restaurant. Yeah, restaurant's pretty cool. Hey, what's up, Ollie? Starship Troopers. Yeah, bro. That was a good one. I don't really like it though. It's kind of like, what do you call it? Quirky? It kind of had a real funny comedy to it. You know what I mean? All good, Jada. Look after yourself, man, you know. We're moving into times where we need to be healthy. We need to vibrate at a higher consciousness. A lot of my quite a bit of people I know are injured right now, especially in the legs and stuff. So I kind of get it. I kind of have an understanding of why universally that's happening, but yeah, I just need to look after them, and just wish them the best. And in healing, that's all you can do really, is encourage people to heal, support them, message them and go, how you doing? How you feeling today? Do you need anything or anything like that? Dude, I was looking for ivermectin. They made it prescription only here. Oh shit, really? You can, oh yeah, you can, because I couldn't find any in Guangzhou, so I'm not sure what they were doing in Guangzhou. I actually think maybe it's prescription, because I couldn't find it over the counter there. Bro, it's over the counter here. There's heaps of it all over the counter here, man. It's everywhere. And it's not bad price. Not bad price. Now, if you guys want to look at doing an ivermectin cleanse chat, check out my social media links here on Octopass, and down on one of the links you'll see ivermectin cleanse. I've created a pack, and I've created a guide to help you with ivermectin cleansing. So for those that are new to it, ivermectin basically is a parasite cleanser and a parasite destroyer. So most people have parasites, especially if you eat things like pork, raw pork, water that's not treated properly. You can get parasites, and the parasites start growing in your body, in places like your colon, in your stomach, even in your organs. And if you're not eating properly, what actually happens is they love sugar, and they'll take that sugar and they'll take nutrients too. So that's why if you feel tired a lot, or if you have a big bloated stomach, it's usually because you have parasites, and they make you tired, and you tend to want to go to sleep a lot. So basically you have these organisms in you that you don't really need in you. There are some you do require, like you need for good gut health and all that kind of stuff, but overall, if you are kind of like lethargic all the time, or you have a lot of, and I'll be truthful here, if you have a lot of diseases or problems, or they could be actually related to parasites and even worms. So ivermectin is a cleanser, and you need to take it in a specific way. So I've put a guide together where I've collated all the information from the chemists and all the pharmacies and their instructions they have. I've translated it here in Vietnam into English, and it also comes with body weight. So you need to take a certain amount of ivermectin per your body weight. So if you are about 120 kgs to say 140, you need to take about 4 to 5 6 mg ivermectin pills. If you are more than 140, you need to take more. It's based on body weight, but it's all in the guide. You can check it out in my social media hub on Octopass. If you can get some, good on you. They are readily available here everywhere in Vietnam pharmacies. You don't need to prescribe to it. You just walk in, tell them you want ivermectin, boom, they'll give you whatever you want. Oh, you saw me buying it. Oh yeah, cool. Made me want to look for it. I gotta know when you will post on Mondays. Oh sure, I'll probably do it tonight. I watch a doctor on YouTube. He talks about ivermectin and another drug that should be used in combination. Yeah, the other drug he talks about is called membendazole, albendazole, and bendazole. It's basically the same thing. It's just rebranded differently, but it's membendazole, albendazole, and bendazole, bro. I bought the actual albendazole in China in Guangzhou, but I tried to look for the ivermectin here. They didn't have any. So I've got the. Do I have any on me? No, I didn't bring any on me. I have them back home.
but I have the albendazole. So I usually take, because I weigh over 120 kgs, I usually take around 5-6 mg tablets and 2 albendazole tablets. I take those every, say, 2 to 3 months, and I do 2 cleanses. So the first one I take, say if I take it today, right? I'll take the cleanse today. I'll take 4 to 5, 6 mg ivermectin plus 2 albendazole. That will get rid of a lot of the worms and a lot of the parasites in me. And you'll feel it, chat. You'll feel it. And sometimes you'll actually go to the toilet, and when you do a poop, you can see shit in there. Basically, long strings. That's all the worms and shit like that. I know it sounds fucking disgusting, but. And I've joined a lot of the ivermectin groups on Facebook too, and a lot of people post up their shots of their poop in there, and you can see all the little fucking strings of worms, and I'm like, ugh, yuck. You know, the amount of shit we have in our bodies is really out of it. But anyway, I usually do one. So if I do it today, the next one I do is 2 weeks later. Why do you do it 2 weeks later? So if you do your cleanse today, what actually happens is you put in the ivermectin, the albendazole. What actually ends up happening is that they, before the parasites die, because they know they're dying, so what they do is they disperse their toxins out into your body. So when they die, they disperse their toxins out. Not only that, their eggs. So they disperse their eggs out to remultiply again. The other thing you need to take with that to combat, if you don't have to. You just have to take the ivermectin and the albendazole. But if you're feeling pain in your abdomen area, right, it's because of the effects of the eggs and the toxins from when they die, because they know they're dying and they disperse the toxins out, and then they push all the eggs out because they know they want to remultiply. They're smart. They're very smart and intelligent, these fucking organisms. Okay. And so what you need is a, what is it called? Is it a combiner? Oh, I forgot. There's actually a name for it. It's like a combiner. So what that is I use activated charcoal. It's like a pill form, activated charcoal pill form. So if I have, after I do like a ivermectin cleanse and an albendazole cleanse, and I get a sore stomach like that, it's probably because of the disbursement of the what the name? Hey, Sari, how are you? Good to see you. How's your day? Great. Hey, you keen to meet up maybe in Bangkok? I'm looking at coming probably this weekend. Maybe we can have dinner. How you doing, Sari? Good to see you. We're just talking about some of the stuff that I'm taking, some of the cleansing that I'm doing. I'm doing some like cleansing. Yeah, I think I watched the same doctor as you, Ollie. I think I know the doctor. He's probably the one with the glasses, the British dude. He's pretty cool. Mana wants some fruit with you. Yeah, I'll go back down. Yeah, just let me do a search. Chat. Hang on, chat. Hang on, chat. I'm trying to hunt down my information. Okay, so it's called Herxheimer, chat. Herxheimer reaction is basically the die-off of parasites and worms. It's called Herxheimer reaction. It's basically when parasites die, they release their toxin in eggs, causing inflammation and symptoms like fatigue, headaches, nausea, sore stomach, and stuff like that. And so what you need is a binder. They call it a binder. And a binder is kind of like a natural detoxifier. And so I've used activated charcoal. Maybe on the next stream, if I'm back home, I can show you guys all the stuff I have. I have other stuff too, which is another cleansing stuff, which uses black walnut, cloves, and wormwood. I also have that as well in a liquid form. So that really helps as well. And my clarity after taking all that stuff doing the cleanse, I get a lot of clarity. And I do a lot of meditation. I need to get back into my yoga, but I feel a lot more clear about life, about reality after doing a cleanse like that. And I think that's how I need it, so that the information, the downloads I get can come clearly. But the name of it is called Hirxima, which is a reaction from the die-off of parasites. I know it sounds disgusting, chat, but yes, hopefully we can meet. How's Hanoi? Hanoi is polluted at the moment. It's very polluted. It is about, let me show you. It's about I think, what's that? 190, 182. So it's basically unhealthy at the moment, pollution-wise. Weather's a bit cloudy today, so I'm kind of staying indoors today. Yeah, no worries, Ollie. I hope that helps you, bro. Welcome to the Nerd Interesting Talk with DJ. No, we're talking about parasite worm cleansing. I'm trying to help you guys. You know what I mean? Help you guys level up. I'm trying to help you guys level up, man. Level up your consciousness, yo. Yeah, I'll let you know, Sari. I just got to plan my week because I've been just so busy working on a whole bunch of stuff. Mixes today and yeah, so chat. I put a new mix. I did a new mix on the DJ Wiz music channel. There it is, the link. Download that link and check out the mix. It's basically 70s, 80s classic hits if you're into classic hits, Bee Gees and Temptations and all that kind of stuff. Check that mix out. I will be doing some like every 2 to 3 weeks. Second round of food? Yeah, I'm just waiting, just letting that settle down first. Just gotta settle your food. You gotta meditate your food down. In a way, chat, if you're good at meditating with your body, you can actually say to your body, okay, we need to make a poop session now. And your body will listen to you. I'm serious, it'll listen to you to go, okay, poop time, boom. I think you can actually talk to your body and you can command it, that's the word. You can command your body. It's like your body, I think, is like a computer, like what do you call it? A transmitting receiver of the human body, or I call it the avatar. The avatar, or some people call the body the what's the other word that they call it? The vessel. But I call it the avatar, like in the movie The Avatar, And I think you can command your body to do certain things. I command you to look the most handsome guy in the world. This guy. I'm going to use that mix for making love. Great. Hey. And, if you make a baby from that using my mix while you're doing that, then you can, throw my name in there. Like call your baby, Raul Wiz de Los Santos if you want. This guy. Hey, that's what the mixes are for. It's to share the love at the end of the day. We've got to share the love, chat. We've got to balance out all the evilness that's going on in the world. How do we do that? By showing the love. So, who wants one Vietnam dong? This is 1,000 Vietnam dong. Who wants 1,000 Vietnam dong? Chat, did you know that in Vietnam you can become a millionaire? A millionaire. Even if you're poor in your country, you can become a millionaire in Hanoi, Vietnam, chat. Yeah, you can become a millionaire. How do you do that? I'll tell you how you do that. Bring your money here. So if you have like, if you even have like 100 New Zealand dollars, that is considered a millionaire in Vietnam. Why? Because that equates to about 1.5 million Vietnam dong. You're basically a millionaire in Vietnam. Just with 100 New Zealand dollars. Convert 100 New Zealand dollars to Vietnam dong, it's 1.5 million Vietnam dong. You're virtually a millionaire. That's no real money. Yes, it is. It's real money. You're virtually a millionaire if you come to Hanoi, Vietnam. No lie. So I think everyone here is a millionaire. Everyone in this city, I think, is a millionaire. I'm sure they have at least 1 million Vietnam dong. In New Zealand, not the case to most people. I think most people in New Zealand are a thousandaire or a hundredaire, not a millionaire. I think they're just a hundredaire. Do you know what a hundredaire is, Chad? God damn it, baby, all everywhere life. This guy. Hey, this is a family stream. This is a family stream, please. No hanky panky, no hanky panky in the stream. Okie dokie. No hanky panky. This guy. This guy. We already have our dongs, yeah. Ding dongs. We have our ding dongs. Anyway, chat, how does the stream look? We're streaming on the iPhone today. Hope the stream looks good. I'm just tweaking the iPhone settings and just trying to it's pretty much always ongoing to get the settings right. The mic wasn't working that well before, but it seems to be okay now. Oh, just at one of my restaurants I come to, bro. Down here in Kozai. I'm just in Kozai here. We're just in Kozai. You know what? Like doing that, I will say, doing that that ivermectin cleanse also has made me less craving for food. Like I don't eat breakfast or lunch anymore. I might have a sneaky snack, maybe something. I might eat something like fruit or. But usually I just try and go hard fasting at 18 hours, 18 to 6. Hey, what's up? What's up, Suhana? Sir If and Hana, how you doing, bro? On Red Team, YouTube, what's up? Alrighty, time to get some rest while the heat is going to not be fun. Yeah, no worries. Hope you sort out your issues with your health there, man. How you doing there, Suhana? Where you from? One thing I did notice is I see with this iPhone and my current stand and that is that there's extra buttons on the side of the iPhone. So when you clamp the iPhone, you want to try and make it so that you're not hitting any of the other buttons, but the space in between buttons and the clamp is very, very small. I will, don't worry about it. Yeah, no worries, hey. I think I'm going to duck down for round 2. Chat, do you reckon my iPhone 17 will still be here if I go downstairs and come back? Chat? I think that doctor was saying parasites can even cause, yes, they do, bro. But I think, bro, that the parasites are very intelligent, bro. I think they are very, very intelligent creatures. They can sway your thinking. And I even reckon that they can sway you for addiction-wise. Like they can make you a sex addict. I reckon that parasites, they want to feel that adrenaline rush, that dopamine hit when you basically have sex. They want that dopamine hit. and I reckon that they can latch onto your senses in your what do they call it? Your senses. They latch onto your senses and they send the signals through your senses to your brain, saying more boom boom, more boom boom, more boom boom. And if you ain't got anyone to boom boom, then more what should we say, private time, more boober stream, more private time, more hanky panky or whatever it is. I definitely must have parasites, bro. See. You need a cleanse, bro. You need to clean that shit out. Those parasites, are making you lose money. This guy. But you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the urges that we get, I think, are also triggered by those parasites, man. And they've done like microscopic close-ups of those fucking parasites. Have you seen them, chat? They actually look like fucking. They look like worms with claws and like. Actually, some of them look like demons. I'm like, ew, that shit's in me. What the hell? The other thing you guys need to do, and I'll probably put this up on my Octopass too. This is another thing that I do. I have a friend. She's into homeopathy, and she does home remedies and stuff. And about 3 years ago, I could feel something in my liver wasn't right. So I said to her, "Oh, do you have a liver cleanse?" So she said, "Yeah, I've got a liver cleanse. Do a liver cleanse, and then check the toilet after you do the liver cleanse." It's not word of a lie, chat. I did the liver cleanse. When I looked in the toilet, I saw little stones about that big. Some of them were green, brown, yellow, white, and some of them were floating. And they were little pebbles, stones. So what she said they are is that in your liver, what happens is that a lot of those stones are calcified, and they got nowhere to go. And that's how people get like gallstones and shit in their livers, even in their kidneys and that. So I did the cleanse. Man, that was one of the best things I did. I did that cleanse. And I try and do one at least once a year. So what I'll do is I'll share the document she did. I'll actually take it and tweak it because there's a few things that she hasn't put in there that I've tried that worked. So I'll alter it, the document, and I'll share that with you. So I know he's a dreamer. What a dreamer guy. This fake taxi guy. This dreamer guy. This one night in Bangkok guy. Bro, dreams are free, bro. Dreams are free. This guy. Anyway, I think a liver cleanse is what you need to do too, and gallbladder. So you can clean both your liver and your gallbladder out. You pull all the stones out. How you do it is this, in a nutshell, overall, I'll give you an overview of it. So basically for 6 days you drink apple juice. 1 liter of apple juice a day. You can eat your normal food, drink your normal drink as well, but at least you need to have 1 liter of apple juice per day for 6 days. So that's 6 liters of apple juice that goes through the body. Why? Why do you need apple juice? Because if you have stones in your liver, gallbladder, what happens is the apple juice, it softens the stones. Because what we're going to look at doing on the 6 days, we're going to try and pull out those stones and they get passed through your bile duct and out into your colon. It gets pulled out. And so for 6 days you drink apple juice, and that softens any of the calcified stones that you have in your liver and that. On the 6th day, you take Epsom salts. I think it's a couple of cups of Epsom salts, and what that does is that cleans your colon out. As soon as you take it, 5-10 minutes later, you go straight to the toilet because it's cleaning out your whole colon. Once that's done, you take a concoction of olive oil and pomelo juice. Pomelo juice and olive oil. When you mix pomelo juice and olive oil, what that does, it creates a concoction that pulls out all the stones and everything in your bile duct and in your liver. And you can feel them. You can virtually feel them coming out, going far. And then what you do, you just go to sleep, and then when you wake up, you're going to be going to the toilet all morning, man. You're going to be like going to the toilet. It's going to be pouring out. It's good, Jay. You need to do that. Everyone needs to do one of those cleanses. I had a lot of people. I joined a group talking about it too, where some of the people were doing who haven't done that cleanse before. They had to cut their gallbladder off, or they had to cut off. You know, they had to do changes in them in their organs. How much? Oh, it's all in the brochure, bro. It's all in the brochure there. You won't need much. You just need a bottle. Just get you a bottle, but that's even heaps. You don't need much. I think you just need basically half a cup. I think it is half a cup of pomelo, half a cup of of the olive oil. Mix it up. Take that after the Epsom salts. Go to bed. When you wake up, so what that does is that pulls everything out overnight while you're sleeping. It works while you're sleeping. And when you wake up, bro, you're going to be going to the toilet. But I tell you what, it's one of the best things you could ever do for yourself. Because your liver produces the liver and the gallbladder, especially the gallbladder, is where it produces bile. And bile is needed to break down the food that you have. If you don't have enough bile, your food doesn't get broken down, chat. So what bile does is it breaks down your food, and you got to have room in your liver and in your gallbladder so that the breakdowns can happen. You know what I mean? Chat, this place is busy now. Anyway, that's just my heads up for you guys. I will put a link in there sometime. You grab it as soon as you can, chat, because some of the stuff I think I might put behind a paywall, because it is very, and the reason why that is too is I want to protect it as well. This fine Kiwi guy, this tuk patrol guy. Hey, this is a family stream, please. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, I like that doctor, Ollie, because he talks a lot of truth. And he knew all about the pandemic, bro. He knew all about the COVID. He knew all about the COVID and the pandemic, bro. And he's even investigated into the nanotech or the smart dust and stuff like that too. Very, very thorough. He's very, very thorough. I read one guy from the Tuk channel got arrested a little while ago. Good. Because those guys are benefiting off women there. Fucking womanizers. Yeah, bro, the doctor's very legit. He's very legit. Got a lot of followers, bro. The doctor's got a lot of followers. Anyway, I'm just going to duck downstairs. I'll leave you guys here. Look after the iPhone. If anyone tries to grab you guys, just let me know. I'll even leave the microphone here, so we can get some audio evidence if anyone tries to pinch you guys. You know what I mean? I think Vietnam's safe enough for me to leave the iPhone 17 Pro Max alone for at least 5 minutes. Chat. Won't be long.
I just got the kumquat. Why do they call these small oranges kumquat? It's kind of a sexual name, isn't it? Showed his face on video, impossible underage. Good. I hope they banned the guy. Food's nice, yeah, really good. Good food. Where's all the guys? This place is packed with girls, chat. There's like 10, 12 girls here. Some guys behind, but they're with wives. Nah, there's guys over here with their wives. Nah, it's not vegan. Anyway, guys, for you guys that check out my new mix, my new upload, fresh upload, chat, fresh DJ upload.
nice and fluffy. I like fluffy bread, fluffy buns, nice and fluffy. So yeah, I'm running the iPhone 17 today. I need to just try and see if I can run the drone into the app. Try that out in the next couple of days. I think if you do it, if you do like an ivermectin cleanse chat or a albendazole cleanse, you can eat confidently in Asia. You can eat confidently in Asia because I know some people are going, oh, will I get sick here? Will I? If you do ivermectin cleanse, you'll be fine. You'll be sweet ass. Nothing to worry about. I think we might look at heading to Bangkok this weekend, chat. I need to go and do some medical research there. And I want to meet up with a couple of YouTube streamers as well. Where are the girls, Wiz? Behind me. Because I think this is next to a university. So most of these girls are all university students between 18 and say 24. La da 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 da. Where's the ninth past? It did indeed. It did indeed. Didn't you feel the energy surge? I did. There was a planetary alignment on that day. It was Jupiter, I think Jupiter, Venus, and Earth. Jupiter, Venus, Earth, and the Sun. Yeah. Cheers. Cheers. There was an alignment that day. I think the next dates, chat, the next dates from my spiritual guide said to watch out for relates to the meme that's been going around, 6'7". People go, what the hell is 6'7", you know? Parents are going, what the hell is this 6'7" business? And, you know, people related to the basketball player thing, you know, blah, blah. But on a spiritual level, 6-7, significant is for June, July. June, July. And what she said to me, my spiritual guide, she said on the 6th, humanity are going to feel like they've won. Humanity going to feel like they have leveled up big time. But then on the 7th, which is July, she says there's going to be a downside. There's going to be some. She called it inversion to what's been felt in June. So June is one aspect, July is the other aspect. The light and the shadow. She said June is the light, July is the shadow. June's my birth date, Cancer, by the way. Anyway, you don't have to listen to what I say. You can just think, you're full of shit. What are you going on about? Purely entertainment purposes, chat. Just regard it as entertainment. Why do people that they do videos on technology like drones, whatever, and you watch their video and you write a comment, they don't reply to your comment. Even for like 1 month now, they don't reply. I'm like, dude, what the hell? In drinking matcha with this matcha's got jelly, some sort of jelly and fruits in it. Hey Raul, are you still with us? Now this is going to sound kind of strange, chat, but I think it's also going to be relevant to the times that we're in. Now I was watching a video, and the person on there was talking about vibrations, about how humanity's going through a cycle at the moment, and the cycle is getting more rampant in terms of aggression, oppression, aka Trump, aka Venezuela, aka Russia, aka all the worldly things that are negatively impacting humanity. But they also said this to me, that you can be in this world but not experience the shadow side of this world. You can walk along others in this world, and the others that you walk along with will experience those negative impacts, whereas you will be in your own bubble. It's like you're in one place but two different worlds. You're in one place but you're in two different worlds. And I fully understand that now. I fully understand what that means. Do you know what I mean, Raul? That you can be next to people who are vibrating at another vibration. Do you know what I mean? And they are pulling into the shadow side of that vibration, whereas you're not pulling into that shadow side of vibration. Therefore, you're not impacted by that shadow side vibration. It's like a radio frequency. Your radio frequency might be on, say, 90 FM frequency. They're on 100 FM frequency. Yet you are together, but you're not vibing. So the impacts of that negative shadow stuff, the Trump, Venezuela, maybe even the economic collapse, the digital ID stuff will not affect you because you're in your own vibrational bubble. And I think it's based on consciousness leveling up. Your consciousness, how it perceives the reality. If you're in fear, you're going to experience fear. And I've known this for a while. I actually mentioned it to one of my other spiritual mates. I said to him, I get this intuitive feeling that We're going to get to a stage where, based on your consciousness level, if you're in a state of fear, guess what? You're going to experience fear. If you're in a state of subservience, to serve the government, to serve Big Brother, to serve the cabal, guess what? You're going to experience that. If you're in a vibration of peace, if you're in a vibration of abundance, if you're in a vibration of expressing your uniqueness to the world, and informing people, educating them about your perspective on reality without any conditions, unconditionally, guess what? You're going to experience that reality too. So it does not mean you will experience what that person's experiencing. You're experiencing your vibrational experience because you are vibrating on a different level. Do you know what I mean? And I fully understand that now. I honestly do feel like that's where we're heading. Because there was the spiritual lady. Her name is Dolores Cannon, Dolares, Dolores Cannon. You can look her up on YouTube, Dolores Cannon. She talks exactly about what I've talked about, and she was back in the 80s. She was one of the gurus from back in the 80s talking about what's actually happening right now, where we're seeing a split in humanity. There's a split going on in humanity. One are those that are awakening, realizing what's really going on, and creating the reality they want to live in because they are more consciously aware. It's basically they have their own self-autonomy, their own sovereign thoughts, and they're not swayed anymore by what authorities say. They're not swayed anymore by, the fear of a boss, or the fear of paying your taxes, or the fear of how am I going to pay my mortgage to my bank. And then the other ones are those that do want to be in that state of fear, the ones that do want to be in that state of subservience. And that's cool too, each to their own free will. Each to their own free will. But I'm just only highlighting that because I think it's important. It's very important, and I've realized that now, how that works. How you can perceive reality to change your vibration to avoid not experiencing calamities, not experiencing end of the world. Because why? Mayans also said 2012 leading to 2030 is going to be the convergence of all timelines into one. So we will experience the timeline that suits our consciousness. You see what I mean? If you want to vibrate at a negative level, if you want to vibrate where you're scared, you're always in fear, you're cheating people, you're scamming people, you're lying to people, guess what? You're going to experience that reality. And all the responsibilities and ramifications will come back to you on that. Wiz, that's my reason for the NPC suit comments I make. Frequently washing it every week. If you know, you know. For entertainment purposes, chat. I know this won't resonate with people, and I don't expect it to, but the thing with me is I'd rather tell people my truth and not hide it. At least when the shit hits the fan, people already know. And it's like they weren't told, you were told. I honestly think that now. And I see a lot of the old friends that I used to have are not there anymore. And that's cool. I totally understand that too. I understand what's actually going on. And you will find that out too, chat. You'll find people that you used to hang out with, or people that would prevent you from leveling up yourself and your understandings, either through wanting to control you, either through wanting to place their expectations on you. They will not be around you anymore. That's when you know you're on the path you're on. Just finishing off this matcha drink. We might head to the supermarket, grab some supplies. I'm basically just come here to have lunch, have dinner. Just out the iPhone. iPhone's working fine. All right, let's have some of these kumquats, small oranges. Kind of a weird name, chat? Kumquat. Oh my gosh, look at all the plates the two girls behind me had. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plates and bowls. I just had 1, 2, 3 plates. Kumquat. Sweet. Very sweet. Wiz, how do you feel when you try and tell an NPC what you know and they stare blankly and say you're crazy? I used to try my hardest to convince people, but you don't have to convince people anymore. And that's not the way of doing it. For me, I think my role is to help express what I know to people. If they take it on board, that's cool. If they don't take it on board, that's cool too. No judgment, nothing personal. But at least you gave them a heads up. And a lot of people have come back to me and go, bro, that stuff you told me now, I fully understand, man. I'm on the path now. I'm on the path. I've taken the red pill. Like I said, bro, I said, good on you. That's for your own benefit and for your own health and your own journey. You know what I mean? But in a way, I'm actually doubting telling people the full going on about stuff, because I think you're actually handing the cheat codes to people in life when you tell them what I know. I'd rather people experience it themselves, you know what I mean? When I tell people the stuff, it's basically giving you the jump codes to jump from step 1 up to step 10. I'd rather point in the direction of step 2. Do you know what I mean? Instead of giving them the cheat codes to step 10, because they need to, the journey that they need to go on is a journey they need to personally experience, whether that journey is from a positive aspect or a negative aspect, a negative path or a positive path. They need to take their journey themselves. So that's what I've learned, bro. That's what I've learned. And I tell you guys freely because I just tell you my thoughts, which is different. I'm not telling you personally each individual, because I can't tell each individual because I don't know each of your guys' story. But I'm just generalizing my thoughts to use. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes I'll talk chat and it'll be in code. And you guys are really got to listen to me, because I'm actually telling you. I'm telling you stuff that'll help you. But people don't actually see it that way, It's like, oh, yeah. It's like watching a movie, right? Most people watch a movie because it's entertainment. But they actually don't understand the actual concept of the symbolism in the movie and what the movie really means or what it really says, right? They just see it as, oh, that was a cool gunfight, that was a cool action movie. Oh yeah, he went and he went and took on an agent in the Matrix. Oh yeah, that was cool bullet dodging, and people don't understand the symbolism of the movie, what it really means. It's like you can see what it is, but you're not processing what you see because you're still in that. I think you're in that subconscious mode. You know what I mean? Do you think it's more of a chosen more than a learning? I don't think it's chosen. Maybe it could be. I can't answer that. All I know is that we're all learning, even me. You know what I mean? It's like this, that we're all on the same highway. We're just in different vehicles and we're going at different speeds. Eventually, we'll get to the final destination, which is home. Getting to home is going to take, you know, some of us can go there quickly, some of us can go there slowly, depending on the vehicle we're using and how dirty the windscreen is. You know, we've got to clean that windscreen. I mean, that gives you a kind of look at what I'm trying to say. I'm no better than any of you guys out there, chat. We're all on our own journey. It's just that I have a platform I can express my journey on, and I have great people like you who can understand or don't understand. I mean, you guys don't even have to listen to me. You guys can just say, you're full of shit. You don't know anything. Stop taking that vinner juice. That vinner juice is making you crazy. But I'm just giving you my thoughts, chat. As I said, whether it help you or not, it's up to you. It's like I can give you the hammer. You can use the hammer to build a house, or you can use the hammer to hit someone over the head with. The intention is up to you. What you do with it. That's where your free will comes in. You know what I mean? I think we're in a game. I think this is a game, this reality. And it truly is like NPCs in a game. You can either be the NPC in the game, you can be the sidekick in the game, which is kind of like a fence sitter. Obviously the NPC in the game is running on auto, subconscious. The fence sitter is the sidekick. And they're the ones that aren't sure. Or you can become the main character, the main player in the game. Now, if you take charge of being the main player of the game, who's the one controlling the game? Who's the one controlling that main character? Have you ever thought about that? Yeah, so I used to have a taxi business back in Hamilton, and I would I had a couple of taxis out, and I had a couple of drivers that drove my taxis when I wasn't. And what I'll do is I'll have all this, because I was on this journey path since early 2000, just after 9/11. I had my awakening period back then. And I got all the downloads, and basically what I ended up doing is I came across a lot of books, read a lot of books, library, researched, watched a lot of podcasts and documentaries. And I would save all those informations on DVDs, DVD data discs. I would make like 1,000. And I would call one disc Red Pill 1. So what Red Pill 1 was a data disc that had information on there for people who know nothing about what's really going on in the world. There were documentaries you could give them, they would watch, and they would get it. They would go, wow, it was easy to take in. Do you know what I mean? It was easy to process the information. It wasn't too difficult to comprehend, and it would relate to them. Do you see what I mean? Things like how banking works, how fractional reserve banking works, those kind of things, just basic concepts that would be understandable to how they are living in the world, how the world has come about. Nothing in the conspiracy field of things. And that would be my Red Pill 1 volume. The next one up from that was Red Pill 2 volume, and that video would, that DVD data disc would be a little bit more advanced. It'll be for those that have pretty much woken up and they want to take their knowledge, their red pill knowledge to the next level. Do you know what I mean? And start becoming more consciously aware of things. So I put on other documentaries on there and data and banking stuff. How to even to the part where you could, because I did the Freeman on the land, and how to own your name, how to create your documents so that when you get a fine, say for instance you get a speeding ticket, parking ticket, I would show you how to go back to the police or go back to your council office and how to remedy that ticket. Basically, you don't pay for the ticket, but you do it through words. So we call it redemption, the redemption process. You're redeeming the transactions, because the transactions are not done by you in physical form. They are done via your, what we call your ens legis entity, your straw man on paper. And so you use your straw man to go back, because everything is merchant related. So I teach people how to do that, how to interact with third-party interlopers, I call them. So you take you go up to the next level. You learn more about how the system is really put together, how it functions, who's behind it. The third disc goes into more conscious level information, more on a esoteric level, things like the Cabals, things like the Sabbatean Frankism, how they are related to the Freemasons, how they're related to the Illuminati, and how they've come about to try and get Pax Judaica and everything like that. So I had different levels of understanding. And as soon as I picked someone up in my taxi, they always would say, "Oh, I'm having a shit day, I'm going to work sucks, da 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 da." And so it end up being where I talk about things like, okay, what's your job? And they tell me, "Oh, I'm a banker, and I see all this money, but I don't have any money." And then so that will give me a talking entry point. And then I can talk to them about the banking system, do you know what I mean? Which will raise their ears. Oh, shit, really? Da, 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 da. By the end of the ride, and it could be 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes, I've got them in a place where they're very curious and they want to know more. That's when I hand them a DVD. So I used to hand DVDs out like that, That's how I thought. And that's what I've been doing for the past 25 years, man, just helping people wake up. Those people have contacted me back and go, "Bro, that information you gave me 20 years ago has schooled me up now. I'm doing this now, I'm doing that now, I'm doing stuff for my community now." Do you know what I mean? And I really appreciate that, because that's giving me some feedback, And there's a lot of people that would message me that information. There is a fourth disc I did put together too. The fourth disc is about more solution based, and that delves more into beyond the scope of what we're in now, this reality. What will the future look like? How can humanity thrive? And that talks basically about resource-based economy. That talks about things like a system without money, a system without surveillance, a system without police, without prisons. Totally different structure. So that was my last and final DVD that I would make. So I used to make around four types of DVDs. And from the people that used to come in my taxi, I could relate to them on a talking level, to the point where my intention was to actually, give them some data, some information to help them. Because a lot of them would come in my taxi and just talk about how shit their day was, you know what I mean? Not understanding why their day is shit. Let alone why are they working? Let alone why are they existing? let alone who are they? What are they? They had no idea. Most people don't know who they are. But anyway, that's what I was doing back in the day, bro. You know. But you know, and it helped. It helps. But I'm thinking now, I've done the best I can, and now it's up to each individual to either stay on the path they're on and just live their life. Don't worry about anything. What's the weather like in Hanoi, chat? It's been so smoggy and polluted today. What I need to do is look at putting on a AQI so we can see what the pollution level is like. 18 degrees at the moment. What up, guys? Welcome in. What's up, Red Team? We're on Red Team YouTube, Green Team Kick, and Purple Team Twitch. We're multi-streaming today. Multi-platform IRL. We're just here at the vegetarian restaurant. No, so what happens is a lot of the pollution is created from factories burning coal in southern China. And a lot of the air flows down southern China into the valley where Hanoi is. And what happens is that pollution seeps in and it sits. You can't drive it out unless you get a certain strength of wind that drives out that air. And it's kind of annoying because if the air sits here, man, this place can like get up to very, very toxic levels. Which is why I usually try to wear a mask. And that's the only time I wear a mask is when there's pollution, or if I'm on my motorbike and you're driving and you're getting dust and you're getting smoke and inhalation and shit. It's like, it's kind of crap, you know what I mean, chat? But yeah, I don't think the pollution itself, I think there is some pollution that's created by Vietnam. Some believe it is the motorbikes and that, and maybe it is so, you know what I mean? But did you know, chat, the greatest creation of pollution, well, it's not actually pollution, it's carbon. And our planet needs carbon because that's what the plants and vegetation need, is carbon. But the greatest carbon dioxide producer is the ocean. The ocean is the biggest carbon dioxide producer. And what is the cause of the ocean to produce this much carbon? It's the sun. The heating of the sun. Now, this moves into the realm of the climate change scam, I will call it. And yes, I will admit this, the climate has always changed and it will always change, but it is not entirely humans' fault. It is naturally occurring. Why is it naturally occurring? Because the sun goes through cycles. And you'll see some of the documentaries when you delve right into it, you'll see how the sun heats up the ocean over periods of time. And when the ocean gets heated to a certain amount, it gives off the carbon dioxide. So they charted it and they found solar cycles, solar flares, when they interact with the oceans. Soon after the solar flares and the, they call them coronal mass ejections happen, the sun heating up the ocean is followed by the carbon dioxide emissions. So it's actually the sun that's creating it, but it's a natural process. What's actually happened is some lobbyists, Kabbalists, have taken this information and created BS. They've created BS, bad science tied to money, bad science tied to conformity, bad science tied to subservience. to make people believe it's your fault. You're driving your car, it's your fault. It's a scam. Let's put it this way. Okay, you look at it from this perspective. Okay, so if we're polluting the planet, right? How come the other planets are going through climate changes too? Is our petrol driving our car affecting Mars, and is it affecting Jupiter? Hello? Okay, what could be the one factor that relates all the other planets to our planet? If all those other planets are going through a climate change, what's the relatable factor? Hello? It's the big yellow thing in the sky. In space, it's the sun. So you got to really look into some of the stuff. And other people will have their own opinion. I'm not saying not to research and be due diligent. Cool. But you'll understand. You'll go, what? So that's why they set up the IPCC. That's why they set up the IPCC, this panel of the climate change panel. Oops, before the IPCC, it used to be called global warming. So it used to be called global warming, but then they thought, oh shit, the earth isn't warming, it's cooling. We need to find a buzzword. We need to change the buzzword from global warming. Okay, let's call it climate change. Climate change, word magic, play on words. We can't have global warming because the planet's not warming. They wouldn't believe us. We have to call it climate change. And we need to set up a panel of scientists who we can, give them a little bit of back pocket money, entertainment purposes. We call them the IPC, International Panel of Climate Change. The IP, we can give them a little bit of money. They can just, pass a couple of documents that we give them. That's bullshit. I think the whole climate change thing is abandoned now. Not really. Not really, because they've gone to the next level now with that, Ollie. The next level now is they're tying everyone to carbon credit scores now because of climate change. Yes, to a point, you're right. To a point, you're right. Not the whole climate change thing is abandoned. Part of it is. What the part that's not abandoned is the connection to carbon credit scoring, and this is where social credit scoring comes in. So this is where social credits are coming in using carbon credit scoring. And people are also, get this chat, this is another thing. People also think, oh, well, carbon, really, why do they want to reduce carbon? Okay, let me tell you this. Chat, what do you think our body is made up of? This physical body, what is the physical body made up of? When they tell you we need to reduce carbon. Reduce carbon. I'll let that sit with you guys for a while. You guys think about that. Entertainment purposes only. So what they want to look at doing is they want to tie people to climate change, carbon credit scoring. Why? To reduce people from traveling. Why do they want to reduce people from traveling? Is it because they want to stop people from getting more meaningful relational interactions? Do they want to prevent people from heightening their awareness about the reality, about social interactions with other people? So what they're going to look at ending up doing is when they pass this digital ID, they're going to tie it to a social credit system, which is what I've explained to you guys. That it's called Obsidian. And Obsidian is a tiered system where it is tiered, multi-tiered, where you have 4 tiers. The first tier is the normal tier. This is where most people are going to be in. Now, if you do something that they don't want you to do, you get put into the restricted tier. If you protest, align with others, you get put into the quarantine tier. The normal tier is called common tier, restricted tier, quarantine tier, but there's also a hidden tier, and the hidden tier is called sovereign tier. The sovereign tier we see right now is where people like Donald Trump will be in, Putin will be in there, even Alex Jones, people that have sold out, controlled media. I would even say Russell Brand, even Joe Rogan, all these guys, they're already on the list. They're already on the list of this tiered system. The sovereign, they're on the sovereign system. And what we're also seeing right now is that money has been transferred into this sovereign tiered system. So money has been transferred into the system from fiat to the new central banking digital currency yet to be released to the world, but I already know what it is. It's called USDR, and all the money you see from the oil, everything is all being put into this right now. With all the sovereigns, actors, people that have sold out, that have sold their soul, are all in the sovereign. These people here, they don't have to have a carbon credit score. They don't have to have jabs. They don't have to have a social media score. Yep, so if you're in the common score, you're going to get a social media score, which means you're only allowed on social media for a certain amount of time during the day. Not only that, you have a medical score. Your medical score requires you need to have 10 jabs a year to keep you more dumbed down in NPC mode. You're restricted to universal basic income. We know you're going to comply because we're going to give you $1,000 a month. That should do. We'll give you a UBI, universal basic income. It's coming. It's here. It's here. But that's the code name for the system. It's called Obsidian. There's also been leaked images of the system. That's this Obsidian system. And get this. So these sovereigns are putting money into this new currency. It's a hidden currency at the moment, but it'll become public soon once all their funds are put into there. Guess whose name is also on there? And so they're active. This person is active, meaning they're putting their millions from fiat into this new USDR currency. You know who the name is? What was released a week or two ago? What documents were released a week or two ago? Who's the guy? I don't think he's passed away. I don't think he's dead at all. I think he's been protected. Now that's some real deep shiz. Anyway, we'll leave it at that, chat. I think I said more than enough today. Yeah, but the pollution, it can get really high. The pollution can get really high. Even to the point where it gets purple. Purple here is like hazardous, very hazardous. It means you need a hazardous mask. But yeah, just keep an eye out for that one, Ollie. Keep an eye out for the carbon credit scoring. I think they will still use the carbon credit scoring tied into a social media scoring. Social media scoring, because they don't want people talking about the stuff anymore. That's why they're aligning it to so-called disinformation, which basically disinformation means is that you're talking the truth and we don't want you to talk the truth. We want you to talk our narrative. We don't want you to alert things to people. That's what disinformation is. I remember talking about carbon tax in Australia 26 years ago. Yeah, about that time too. But I don't think they had the platform to implement it. Now, the cabal have the platform to implement carbon tax. And here's another thing, Ollie, that, and I'll tell all to stream this. This is one more, what do they call it? What do they call this when you reveal reveal something important? The cabal, because people are thinking, well, how can the cabal put all this together? How are they creating all these poly events, multiple events? How has it all been coordinated? Where's it all coming from? And it's quite simple. Very, very simple. What has been discovered is that the cabal are using a very, very advanced super AGI. And the super AGI is taking in all the AI feeds from around the world, taking in all the social media feeds, maybe even our streaming feed. It's processing everything, and it's collating future possibilities, future possible scenarios. And it's creating scenarios for the cabal to steer towards. So instead of them doing for instance, instead of the cabal, let's give this as an example. Instead of the cabal doing an all-out, let's smash over humanity and do a totalitarian fascist state globally, worldwide, within the next week. Instead of doing that, what the AI is said to do is to create a fake, false awakening. So people think that they have won. So that people will, and let's show the people that we have some sacrifices we're willing to put out to make it even more believable. Let's bring out the Epstein files. Let's bring out the Epstein files. Let's even maybe try and destroy a country like Israel. Let's try and destroy them. This will give more of the masses to the reason to side with the agenda. But it's a soft way. It's more of a soft way to do it. And this is what I've been told, is that they're using a very, very super advanced AGI to map out all the scenarios. For some reason, I thought back in the day when I done more research into AI, I actually this thought came to me, and it says AI is actually the Antichrist. AI is the Antichrist. And what that means symbolically, Chad, is it doesn't mean it's Satan. What it means is that it's inversion to your divine spark, to who you really are. That you are a creator of your reality. And you're an inversion, which means the opposite to you being a creator is you not being a creator, you being a follower, you being subservient, you being on subconscious mode, you being on NPC mode, which is what I think AI is starting to produce, is so people become in an NPC mode way. Anyway, let's leave it at that. I think I've said more than enough today. Yeah, New Zealand talked about that too. Like back in the early 2000s, bro, New Zealand talked about all that kind of stuff back then. It wasn't that big talk, but there were a few podcasts talking about it. People like Project Avalon and what was the other one? Project Camelot. Those people were talking a lot about it. Back in the day. And I used to follow those podcasts. In fact, Project Camelot was probably one of the first podcasts before Alex Jones, before before any of these Joe Rogans and stuff, they were the primary one that released the information. I mean, they had Jordan Maxwell on there. They had, all the big time revealers of the Matrix on there talking about the Matrix. Even David Icke, he was on there back in the day, and a lot of other people, Bill Barish, some of the people that worked in high military places. Dan Barish. Mosquitoes. Well, I'm glad that the iPhone has done its job, chat. Sounds familiar. Yeah, well, if you put in Project Camelot, you will see all their old podcasts, bro. You will see all their old podcasts from back in the day. All the Jordan Maxwell podcasts and those are really cool. See, I like the front camera here. The front camera, I can it's wide angle, whereas the S24 Ultra is not wide angle. I wonder if I can actually put chat on here too. That's the next thing I need to do, is need to put the overlays for the chat on. Chat. Appearance. Streaming platforms, Twitch. Oh yeah, I've got to log in. I think that takes up data though, getting all those pulls. Dude, when I first got the internet before 2000, I was looking up Philadelphia Experiment, Face on Mars, discovered Art Bell, Coast to Coast. Oh yeah, Coast to Coast has been around for a while, bro. Yeah, they were really good, from back in the day, Coast to Coast. Yeah, I really like the Coast to Coast. They reveal a lot of stuff as well from back in the day. Philadelphia Experiment was a very interesting movie. I think it was a documentary movie, to be honest. So for those that don't know what the Philadelphia Experiment movie was about, basically it was about how the military were looking at trialing some of Nikola Tesla's inventions. And if you don't know who Nikola Tesla was, he was like a Russian inventor. He was way ahead of his time. And the story goes that he invented a lot of technologies to the point where he had created infinite power from the ether and from the sun. He would actually create power. We could wirelessly connect to the sun, and we could harness the power, the energy of the sun wirelessly. We could also connect to infinite energy via what he called what was it called again? It was called a universal. I think it was actually plasma. I think what he created was plasma. But he could create energy, which cannot be metered because it's available for the world. It's available freely. That's what it's called, ZPE, 0 point energy. So he created a device called 0 point energy, where that energy would harness ether from the internet. All around us, there's an energy field. The energy field, I believe, is plasma. It's plasma energy field. And he could harness that energy into a device, and then you could connect up to, you can use that to power vehicles. You could use it to power maybe even advanced, what would you call it? Transport, things like UFOs. So he created 0 point energy, and he had a lot of his inventions all mapped out. And what happened was, what was his name? The Warburgs, I think it was the Warburgs, the bankers, JP Morgan. They approached him and said, "Oh, your energy, your 0 point energy units, and that, can that be metered? And your energy you're getting off the sun, can we meter it so people can pay for it?" And he goes, "No, it's freely available for people." So what they ended up doing was they basically said that he's mentally unstable, and they put him into a mental hospital, stole all his documents, which were handed over to the military industrial complex, which is what they use now. Things like HAARP, HAARP, is used. His technologies. HAARP is the High Audio Auroral Research Program, which is in Alaska. It's just a set of antennas, and when you turn all the antennas on, at first they basically were to take an X-ray of the planet so they can see where specific resources are. Okay, this country's got oil, gold is here, silver is in this country. It basically takes an X-ray of the planet using barium salts in the atmosphere. And that's the first intention of what HAARP was initially used for. But now HAARP is used as what some say is weather modification. You can look up what that is anyway. I've been interested in this stuff since I was a small kid. The Eldridge, yeah, that movie was actually banned in a few places. Yeah, so the movie, going back to the Philadelphia experiment, is that the army had got some of his documents, and what they wanted to do was they wanted to create ships that were not detected. So their frigates or their military boats, they wanted them to not be detected by radar. So in actual fact, they wanted to cloak them or make them invisible. And what they ended up doing was they used some of his inventions and documents to wrap, I think it was copper coil around the whole ship. And then you pass the current through the coil then goes into a certain vibrational state, and basically for a moment your boat becomes invisible. What actually happens is it takes your ship or whatever object you've wrapped the coil in, and it puts it into another dimension. So your ship goes into another dimension. And so what ended up happening in that movie, without trying to spoil it too much, is that the soldiers were on the ship and they turned it on. It disappeared. The ship disappeared. It worked, which means it worked. But what actually happened is when the ship reappeared, the ship reappeared in another time. So it reappeared, I think it's in the 60s or something like that? And then when it reappeared, some of the marine personnel were embedded into the ship. So they were actually, when it reappeared, half of their body was in the middle of the ship. They instantly died, or they basically, half of them were embedded into the ship when it came back. It was pretty gross. But there were two guys in there that they went back into the past, and then they went to go back and see themselves and that. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting movie, that Philadelphia. They made, I think, a newer version of it recently in the early 2000s, I think. I think it could be the fact that Trump's grandfather got tested. And this is where another conspiracy comes in, that Trump is actually from the past and he's been brought forward. Him and Barron Trump, which is it Trump's grandson or something like that? There's a whole bunch of like, yeah, but you got to really be into the stuff, chat, to fully comprehend the magnitude. There's so much of it. At one stage, I was into it every single day. You know what I mean? Now I've kind of taken a little break, even though I talk quite a lot about stuff. But what I'm trying to talk about now is trying to get people into the vibe of solutions, of looking within, that we are infinite beings. We don't have to be fearful of anything. You know what I mean? I know you're right, Ollie. You're right there, bro. Yeah, that movie was banned. I didn't know it was banned in every country, or some countries. I didn't realize it was banned in some countries, that movie. What up, guys? We're just talking about some old school movies, chat, that back in the day kind of like resonated with us, or resonated with me. When I first saw that movie, The Philadelphia Experiment, I actually saw it on video. Back in the day, we had videotapes, chat. You know what I wouldn't mind doing, Ollie, is actually getting like a old school CRT monitor. I've heard that people have been hooking up old cameras to old CRT monitors there, and when they film their house, it looks different to when they film it with a phone, side by side. And they reckon, and maybe it's because of, yeah, you gotta. I need to experiment. I need to get an old CRT monitor or an old school tube TV. You know, old school tube TV, and then an old like Panasonic camcorder. Do you reckon those videos are real, Ollie? For me, I thought, I'm sure someone can doctor that. I mean, you could film it on one camera and walk, because the guy walks into, like, he gets an old school camera and he runs it through an old CRT or old TV from back in the 80s. Then he gets his iPhone, right? Records, starts to record. He walks into his lounge. The lounge on the old school camera does not pick up a chair. The curtains are old. Does not pick up much furniture at all. His clothes are different to the clothes on his new phone. What his new phone sees is his modern day clothes, all his furniture in his house. It's all modern, everything's modern. But on the camera, everything looks old. I need to try that myself. You know, some believe it's because we've moved into different timelines, and it's Mandela effect, the Mandela effect as well. I just thought they were fake and never thought about it again. Yeah, I kind of, but it makes it interesting to try it, you know, to go, okay, what if? Because you hear about the Mandela effect, bro, you know what I mean? And you know, with all the shit that CERN's doing and what CERN's been running, you know, the Large Hadron Collider, and I think we could be running into multi-universes. Because even the Mayans suggested, I said it a bit earlier, is that between 2012 and 2030, they could see that humanity will be in a stage where all timelines will be converging into one root timeline. There is one root timeline, right? And what's happened is, over the periods of time, we've had multiple timelines, but there's only one root timeline, and they reckon that root timeline is consolidating into one. So that means that everything from your past, present, or future can be converged and experienced into one timeline up to 2030. They said after 2030, all they see is white light. They can't see beyond that. I mean, and there's even talk from Project Camelot when they talked about the looking glass and how the looking glass technology, they found these artifacts in Sumeria, and it was ancient artifact technology, which has been harnessed by the Cabal now. What it is it's a form of technology. They've attached it to this AGI, and it can see possible timelines of the future up to 2030. It cannot see timelines past 2030. Why can't it see timelines past 2030? And so a lot of the military have even come out and said, yep, the looking glass technology is there. There are groups that have tried to create their own looking glass technology to try and see into the different timelines between now and 2030. They cannot see anything. That the AGI does not tell them anything beyond 2030. It's blank. It's blank. There's nothing after 2030. And the Mayan said it's white light. Everything becomes white light. What the fuck does that mean? When I was studying Ian Lungold, who talks about the Mayan calendar, that's the Zolkin calendar, which is also based on cycles of time. It's based on cycles of time for Earth, cycles of time for our solar system, cycles of time for the galaxy, and cycles of time for the universe. Hand gestures. I don't want to have hand gestures on. I have a recommendation to watch. Yo, Dope Fishy, the Large Hadron Collider. Oh, the Large Hadron Collider. This guy. How you doing there, Dope Fishy? Yeah, but it makes it interesting and how it ties into the whole Mandela effect theory. But now I try not to focus too much on that stuff anymore like that, you know what I mean? We just have to try and improve ourselves. Become the beacon of light. As Gandhi says, that saying Gandhi says is it become the light you want to see in the world. Become the light you want to see in the world. American Horror Story Season 10, Episode 7 to 10. It covers so much stuff from the Roswell crash and US government. It is really good. Oh, really? Let me screenshot you saying that, and then I can try and download it. There's another program people are saying, another series that's come out that a lot of people are saying has revealed a lot of the preemptive programming. What's that series that's come out? Do you know what it's called? There's a lot of people talking about it, that there's a lot of symbolic stuff in that too. So how that works, chat, they call it karmic retribution. So they say that those, the leaders of the world, well, I don't call them the leaders at all, but I just call them the cabal who own the Hollywood and Disneyland and all that, have created movies where they tell you their intentions in the movie in a symbolic sense. And it's up to you to say you believe it or not. Because even if you don't believe it, they've already told you. And by telling you, it means that any ramifications of those actions that they've put into the movie come about in real reality life, will keep their hands clean from any karmic retribution from the divine infinite, from God, basically. They don't get any comeback from God or anything like that because they've told you. And because you have your free will, you decided to watch that movie and you decided to say it's bullshit, it's just a movie. You decided to say it's not true. You decided to say that I don't believe it at all. And so when it really happens and it manifests, there's no karmic retribution that comes back, which is why you see a lot of symbolism and you see a lot of what they call preemptive programming. So the preemptive programming basically allows the cabal to get away with what they do because you've given them your consent through what they call estoppel by acquiescence. Estoppel by acquiescence is your non-verbal consent means you have accepted whatever they have put in the movie, and then they make a reality as true, because you haven't protested against it, you haven't taken action to say that it is real, you haven't taken any action to say that it is not real. You've allowed it through your non action, and that's how they get away with it. They call it karmic retribution, which is why the world, I guess, is in the state it's in, because people just think, oh, that's just a conspiracy theory, oh, that's just a movie. Pluribus. No, there's another movie, bro. No, it's a series. It's a series. I think it's a Netflix series where they put a lot of the symbolic stuff in. Maybe there's fucking heaps of those symbolic series movies or whatever. Internet's been quite stable in here. It's pretty good. What I do need to try and find out is how do I, because I want to like turn the back screen off. Pluribus is the new show from the guy who made Breaking Bad and Another Call Saul. Ah. Nah, there's yeah, and there's also another one, bro. Let me find out. I don't even watch any of that stuff anyway. I've been watching a lot of Chinese wuxia and martial art movies lately. I just really like the old school. I rewatched the 36 Chambers of Shaolin from back in the day. It was pretty cool, man, seeing that again. Because I watched it when I was like a little kid. And Gordon, is it Gordon Liu? Gordon Liu. He's the grandmaster in Kill Bill. Pai Mei, is he Pai Mei? So Gordon Liu is Pai Mei in Kill Bill, but in the 36 Chambers of Shaolin, he's the main actor when he was young. It's cool. He's a cool actor, man. I can't find it. World population gets taken over by an alien virus. I think a new edit of Kill Bill came out recently. Oh, did it? Yeah. I need to rewatch the Kill Bill again, actually. Pretty sucks though how he dies, how Pai Mei dies. He gets poisoned by Daryl Hannah. Is it Daryl Hannah? The one-eyed? She's the one-eyed. I remember Daryl Hannah in fucking Supergirl. Is it Supergirl? Superwoman? Supergirl? Yeah, so nah, she wasn't. Oh, wasn't she? Daryl Hannah? Nah, she was, bro. I think she was Splash. I'm sure she was. Oh no. You're right. It could be. It could be. She could be. Yeah. Probably Splash. Actually, I'm pretty sure she was, bro. Mandela effect. I'm sure she was, dude. When I saw. Hang on. Let me check. Helen Slater. Ah, Helen Slater. Helen Slater. That's right. What did I think it was Daryl Hannah for? Fucking XRP's been fucking down for ages. What the fuck? You fellas seen the XRP? Fuck it. Last week it jumped up by like a dollar. Now it's gone back down again. Let me have a look. Today it is. Fuck, imagine. So now, chat, XRP, one XRP is worth. Let me have a look at the assets. One XRP is worth $3.58 New Zealand. 358 New Zealand. Imagine if you had 1,000 of those, right? And it jumped up to $100 per XRP. Oh my gosh. So last week it jumped up to like 4.2. Now it's gone back down to 3.5. Fuck's sake. How are you lately, Ollie? Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair. Runtime 2. Oh, nice. I might grab that one. I'll grab that one on my my entertainment website. Entertainment purposes. Yeah, 2.1. Yeah, now in New Zealand dollars it's around 258. Last week it got up to like $4. I think it was $4 something. I thought it was on the rise last week. Fucking useless. Some people, not me, got into XRP at 27 cents. Yeah. I know a few did too. I don't know if it'll go up or not. But I just got to keep an eye on it anyway. I think the thing for people to invest in now is AI, Nvidia. Nvidia pays good returns. Intel. Oh shit, that's a good return. It will go back up. Just hold. Yeah. Just hold. I'm thinking just hold. But at one stage it was far. It was right down, eh? Now I know a lot of people pulled their money out. Anyways, I'm just interested to see what will happen. Just see what's going to happen, you know. Anyway, let me just have a little play around with some of these settings. I need to try and stream, but keep the go live notification. Discord, oh, we already have that. Real time IRL. I need to set that up. Shit, that's good. Emotes. Background streaming. Live stream and record when the app is in background mode. Built-in and USB cameras will freeze when the app is in background mode. Apple limitation. Ah, that sucks. 8-second estimated viewer delay. Oh yeah. Just going through some of these settings, chat, for Moblin. Is it overheating? Let me feel. Nah, bro. Nah, sweet as. iPhone sweet, bro. But what I like about it, I like about the iPhone, this is the front camera, which is wide angle. The S24 Ultra does not have wide angle front camera. And you know, it's also got a wide angle back camera as well. And the good thing is with Moblin is you can add in other different cameras. So if you have, you can use all the other cameras on the iPhone, and if you have a DJI action camera, like the DJI Action 4, you can also put that into it, so it does picture in picture. But what I need to do, bro, is you might need to give me a hand too, is how do we get the fucking drone footage in here? I've set up a drone view, which is that. What I do need to do is run the RTMP out on the drone controller into the RTMP server in Moblin. Then from the RTMP server, push it into the drone scene that I've created, so that the drone camera comes out here in its own. So when I push drone, like that's drone, the whole drone. So I'm gonna try and suss that out, how to work that, and then we'll see if we can hook the drone up. That's my goal, is to try and get this so we can drone it. I don't need an action camera. I thought about using the action. So I've done research, and with the DJI Action 4, it seems to be the best, better than the Action 5 and 6. So the problems with 5 and 6 is apparently they overheat, and there's just some limitations. The best one to have is the Action 4 to stream with, but the major problem is it doesn't have a low light sensor. So if you're in a dark, say, area, it's bad. It's bad. And I even saw a streamer today. She was streaming, and she had her Action 4, and she was walking through a mall, and it just got dark a little, and then you could see the like it kind of like double imaged, everything double imaged because of the low light. So I wouldn't recommend getting the DJI Action 4. I'd rather wait till they suss out. If you're using the Action 4 in Moblin, they all overheat, man. Fuck that. What overheats? Nah, my iPhone 17, that's not overheating, dude. It's sweet as. It's running the, what do they call it? The iPhone 17 is running the chamber, what is it called? Thermal chamber. That's the beautiful thing with iPhone 17 Pro Max, is it's got the thermal chamber. So it keeps it cool. So I've been running it for like 2 hours now. And I only max out the charge to 80%. I don't go up to 100% on the battery. I've got the power bank plugged in. Chamber of Secrets. Chamber of Love, this guy. Anyway, let me have a little bit more tutu. Stream. No streaming platform is configured. Streaming platforms. Shortcut. Twitch. Kick. Open. Because there's no... I try to have a look on fucking YouTube and I asked the Moblin guys about how to RTMP the drone into Moblin. I'll double check Discord again, but it seems like they're being a bit like busy or people don't want to share, which is fine. I'll find out myself. But I do like the app, bro. Have you used Moblin Flying Kiwi? Moblin's pretty good, eh? Good app. It's got some really good stuff in there that IRL Pro doesn't. I like it. Heaps of different features, scene switching, display, big buttons. No, keep the buttons small. External monitor even. Network interface. I'll just be worried about some fucker snatching the... Nah, they won't snatch this phone, bro. This is locked hard into my... I have it on my chest mount, and then I have it on here, bro. It's hard to grab it. Nah, I lock it into my chest mount. Well, I've been running with the S24 Ultra for the past couple of years. No, year and a half since I got it. And I've had no one grabbing mine, bro. I think people grab it from people they know are vulnerable. I mean, look at fucking Ginny. How many Samsung phones have been snatched from her? 2 or 3? I think she got 2 or 3, eh? One in Brazil. She got a few phones snatched, chat. Like, she was walking around streaming and a guy would come behind her, grab her whole fucking stick and run away with the stream. Nah, you gotta really be what's the word? Have awareness of your surroundings. Chat, we're running at 1080p 60 FPS on the iPhone as well. Does it look okay, chat? It's got a low light boost. Enable low light boost to make built-in cameras automatically lower the selected FPS for brighter. No, I'll leave that off. The codec. Oh, yeah. Bit rate. So you can change the bit rate. We're running at 4 Mbps. Why are we running at 4 Mbps? Because my sims are daily capped. I think it's 8 gigs a day per sim. I got 3. Lucky for Ginny, she's Samsung sponsored. Yeah, I know. Does your drone cam show on your phone? If so, you stream the phone screen from the streaming app to OBS. So what I'm doing now is I've got Moblin. This program here is running straight to my home stream. It's running to Balabox Cloud, which is the ingest. Balabox Cloud is the ingest. And then from Balabox Cloud, it gets sent to my home OBS. And then from the home OBS, it gets dispersed out to Twitch, Kick, YouTube. With the switcher, no Alps. And so what I'm wanting to do is get the drone from the controller, which is the RC2 controller, RTMP the drone to Moblin, because Moblin has its own RTMP server. Then from the server here, it gets put into the drone viewer. So in Moblin, I have back cam and front cam. So I can push back cam, it'll switch this camera to the back cam, right? Push front cam, it'll switch to the front cam. I've created a new one, which is drone. So when I click drone, if I'm connected up through the RTMP server in here, you could see the drone when it's on. So all I need to do basically is turn on the RTMP server, turn on the drone, boom, 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 hit the viewer, the drone view, boom, the drone comes up. And then I can use the mic on the RTMP or on here so that you guys can hear me. While the drone, the camera footage of the drone is up, but my voice is coming through the phone, through the app. Right, gonna go get some bang jiao with this guy. Yeah, see you later, bro. Wiz, just clamp your phone to a kite and go old school. This guy, this Raul guy. True. So the drone cam doesn't show yet because I haven't set it up properly. I need to set it all up and but once I get it going, bro. So there's two things I need to do: is to get the drone into the Moblin app. Once it's in the Moblin app, we can stream drone streams. Sweet as. Next thing after that is I'll need to tweak the actual DJI settings so that we do smooth flies, you know. So I need to do all that stuff over the next couple of days, and once I do that, we'll be sweet. Then I'm prepared to go take the drone to say China or wherever, and do some really good drone footage. Chat, take some really good drone footage. I think taking some drone footage would be good for our streams. You know what I mean? Anyway, chat, I'm getting tired. I think we're gonna finish stream. Oh. This guy. Where are we, chat? Where are we? Yeah, I think we'll look at finishing stream, chat. What I'll do is I'll get you guys to check out Mitmat. Mitmat's on, chat. Go follow him. Give him some love. He is a streamer from Australia. Mitmat or Tim Tam backwards. And then I will see you guys on the next stream, chat. Hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see you guys on the next stream. Thank you guys for popping in. Thank you going out to Raul and Flying Kiwi, Ole, Dope Fishy, Rai, Jader, and everyone else who popped in today. Appreciate it, guys. As I always say, experience the journey, inspire others, live life, have a great life, not just a great day. We will check